Hi everyone, Matt Watson here from Carwow. So I've got a drag race for you BMW fanboys because I'm sat in an E46 M3 and next to me is an E36 M3 and next to that is an M2 competition. Why, you may ask? Because why not? Well, actually the M2 is closer in size to these cars than the M4, so it just seems that it's right to race M2 against these old dears. So let me tell you a bit about this car. It's owned by a chap called Taylor, and if you want to follow him on Instagram, his account is TXLaw14. It's on the screen. So this car has a 3.2 litre naturally aspirated straight six engine, and it has 343 horsepower. Well, it does normally, but he's gone and fitted a K&N air filter to it for a better induction noise, so it's probably only got 340 horsepower now, because that's the way the K&N filters sometimes work. Still, wait a minute, what's this big stupid cat air freshener? I'll tell you what, I'm going to de-cat this car and give him his 3 horsepower back. There we go, don't need the cat. Get rid of that. Although it may be a bit more stinky now, this car. Yeah, it's a bit of a lame joke, but I'm sure you get it. Torque-wise, you're talking 365 Newton meters. It's got a 6-speed manual gearbox, obviously driving the rear wheels. This car actually weighs 1,570 kilos. It's actually the heaviest car here. Value today of this car, about 12 grand. It's a 2005 vintage. I will take care of it. Yeah, right. Anyway, the E36 is actually owned by cameraman Jack. If you want to follow him on Instagram, it's at Jack_Scotton with 2 T's. So that car has a 3 litre straight six naturally aspirated engine and normally puts out 286 horsepower, though he's fitted a downpipe, new exhaust and been tweaked a bit, its ECU, so it's doing about 300 horsepower. It's also got a roll cage in and stripped it out, and I think it's a bit lighter than standard. It's about 1,400 kilos, so quite a bit lighter than this E46, and he's got some semi-slick tyres on. He wants to win so much. He's so desperate to win. It's got a 5-speed manual gearbox. It's an old car. It's an M-Reg. It's from 1994. That thing cost him £9,000. Torque-wise, it's only got 320 Newton meters. The M2 competition, way ahead in terms of power. It's 3 litre straight six turbo engine. In fact, it's got twin turbos. Puts out 410 horsepower, and it has 550 Newton meters of torque. It's a 6-speed manual, that one, so at least it's fair in terms of launching, having to do it with the stick shifter. Now that car weighs about 1,550 kilos, so it's lighter than this by a smidge, though the chap who's in it is Joe Achilles, and he's a bit heavier than me, so it probably evens things out. Hey Joe, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm definitely heavier than you, for sure.
Check this out, got the t-shirt. Pity the fuel! I pity the fool. B.A. Baracus. Sorry, that was a rubbish impression. Anyway, if you like his t-shirt, click on the pop-out banner up there to check out our merch store, because we've got this t-shirt and quite a few other ones with cool designs which you can buy if you'd like to. Anyway, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on so you're alerted when we make a new upload. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Matt Watson Cars. Let's go with the race.
Buying a new car? Then head to Carwow and my team will help you find your next car at a fair price. Carwow, your one-stop car buying comparison site. Now before we actually drag race, we've got to do the obvious sound check. I'm going to go first with this. Sounds rooty. Let's hear the E36 with its aftermarket exhaust. There was a lot of smoke coming out of the back of that. Is that normal?
Yeah, normal. To put as much oil in that car as you do fuel, it's normal, mate. Just move on.
Anyway, let's have a listen to the M2. I'll tell you what, I think they all sounded pretty blooming good, but why don't you decide? Let's get on with the drag race now. You've been waiting long enough. A long time since I've drag raced a manual car. This could be embarrassing. I haven't even launched this car yet. I've never driven it before. This is my first time driving it. There's the gear. Come on, yes! No!
Oh!
We're gonna go again. I went into 5th instead of 3rd. What a knobhead! Oh yes. Woohoo! Oh, we're on it now.
Here we go.
And I got the third gear that time. Yeah, baby. Jack's bailed. Him too. They came past at some point, but I didn't care about that. I just wanted to beat Jack.
What's up, Jack? I went into the bin.
No, you never did it. I'm not a big fan of BMW's manuals. I just think they're a little bit vague. And you own that car. You should be used to it. I mean, I've got an excuse.
I'm not too sure. It might be something to do with the fact my gear knob seems to come off.
All in the comments box now. Jack can't drive either. At least Joe can change gears properly, can't you, Joe?
Well, yeah, so far so good. I don't want to jinx myself though.
This is where you put it in reverse. Right, let's have another go. Third time lucky. This time, didn't you?
I was just very careful to put it into third.
Well done. I was surprised by that. I actually thought it was going to be closer between us. This launch is brilliant. It's dead easy to launch. Even I can do it.
Yeah, mine spins a little bit. Can't argue with that.
M2. Oh my God, turbo power.
Anyone who moans about M cars having turbos, you see the result of the turbos. They just
give you so much more performance, don't they?
Yeah, mate. Off the line, it's quite hard to manage because you can hear the boost coming in. You're like, where should I drop the clutch? And you either get loads of wheel spin or it bogs down a bit. But once you're into second gear, I just reel you in so quickly. It's a fast car, this. It is. It surprises me. And it's mine.
I'm driving somebody else's car, but I quite like it. I wouldn't mind one. I think the engine is an absolute peach in this thing. I think it's better than the engine in yours, Jack, I'm afraid.
mine's louder.
That's where some of your performance has gone. It's gone to make noise. That's the problem.
So then what exactly happened? Well, the M2 competition did the standing quarter mile in 12.6 seconds. The E46 M3 took 13.1 seconds and the older E36 M3 crossed the line in 13.8 seconds.
Now we have a rolling race from 50 miles an hour in third gear. I'm going to count it in. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it's close now. I've got all the revs to play with. God, that M2 has gone. Oh, this is good. This is good. I'm enjoying this. So many revs in this engine. Oh, into the runway soon. Woohoo! I've got so many revs in this car. I think it like red lines at 8,000 RPM. What you got, Jack?
Just a measly 7.5.
How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm about 7.5 as well, but it likes to shift about 7. There's nothing above 7.
This picked up immediately. Throttle response on this is a dream. But then your turbo power just gives you all that torque and you just like, boom, off you went.
Absolutely, mate. All that torque. It's a bit like a
Engine version of Matt Watson.
Finally, we're going to have a brake test from 70 miles an hour. When we hit the line, full emergency stop. That E36 has an advantage now because it's lighter. Also, it's got upgraded brakes. It's got the brakes off a Porsche 911 996, which is the car right there, actually. Here we go. No.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
I haven't won anything here today. Absolutely bloody nothing.
I did the best launch off the line, I think, but other than that, I'm lost.
M2 won everything.
Well done, Joe. Your car is the best. It's also the most expensive.
And the newest by some margin. It's a bit of a shallow victory, but lovely hearing your two cars. Really nice, especially off the line. That's all I can hear pretty much.
Yeah, and this thing from the inside, that K&N air filter does let you really hear that induction sound, and it's such a sweet noise. I prefer the engine in this car than the 3.4 flat 6 MI 996. I quite like one of these actually. Should I get one? Let me know in the comments below. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. As ever, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram at @MattWatsonCars. Follow Jack Scott, and follow Taylor, Tixlar, whatever it's on the screen. And go check out Joe's channel, Joe Achilles. He does loads of videos on BMWs and Audis and some other German cars. I'd like to see him do a Hyundai, but he hasn't done it yet. Also, if you'd like to check out our merch, yeah, it's in the carousel below the video. And would you like to see the best price on a BMW M2 competition on CarWow? Click on the pop-out banner up there to check out the deal, just for interest's sake. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. I prefer this engine than the one in my Porsche.
Mate, that thing is, well, when you put that poll up the other day, that's why I said you should get.
I don't know if you saw my comment on your millions of comments with your millions of subscribers. By the way, you should follow Matt Watson.
Yeah, I think I did see your comment, but I didn't reply to it because I wanted some other comments at the top, and if I reply to your comment, then it goes to the top, and I didn't want to give you any kind of unnecessary exposure.
That's so Matt Watson.